who are we? We are a performance marketing company. We are a 10-year-old business, a global company, and we've been working within the affiliate marketing, performance marketing channel for about 10 years now. We have an international presence, offices around the world in about 20 locations, and we have around 5,000 clients using our technology. And we've been working with Pepperjam now for about 4 to 5 months. That's really, so we're fairly new to you guys. We've been signed up to your platform for a long period of time, but we've only really started engaging with you guys more heavily in the last few months. There's 3 main parts of our business in terms of what we do, and we like to describe that as the before, during, and after a customer arrives at one of your clients' websites. Clients can start and stop working with us as easily as they like. So firstly, the during part, we have an on-site technology called Digital Assistant, and that's really what I want to focus the majority of this presentation on. Digital Assistant is a product that we've had for 10 years, which intelligently engages with the customer during their time on a merchant website. So depending on what we know about that user, depending on what they're doing on the site, whether they've added products to the basket, whether they've shopped previously, perhaps they're leaving the site without buying. All of these are triggers that we can use to engage with the customer to try and help increase the likelihood of them making a purchase. And for whatever reason, if that customer leaves the site without making a purchase, we have the ability to retarget that customer either by email or by display retargeting. I'll show you those technologies in a moment. But firstly, let me just spend a couple of minutes on Digital Assistant, because I do think this is probably the most relevant product that we have that can fit the criteria for a lot of your clients. And what we've been doing in the last 2 or 3 months is going through your list within your platform and applying for programs where we feel we could potentially add value. And it would be great speaking to you guys, some of you guys after this presentation, if you feel you've got clients that you think would be a good fit for our technology. So Digital Assistant helps brands do three main things: understand their customers better, give a little bit of personalization to the customer journey, and ultimately increase sales and reduce abandonment rate. And what I want to show you now is what that product actually looks like in practice. So what you see here on this next slide is an example of a user browsing around a particular site, and you'll see Digital Assistant appear, but in this example, based on an exit intent technology. So we can actually monitor mouse movement. You can see the mouse moving around there on that page. When the user goes to close the website, just before they go to leave the site, Digital Assistant is this piece of real estate here in the bottom right corner, and it can fire to the user based on that exit intent trigger and display a number of different messages to the customer based on what we know about that particular user. And there's 3 or 4 main features within Digital Assistant that nearly all of our customers use. And I just want to run through those with you now. The first of these is what we call our promo messaging. So this is very much about trying to acquire new customers. So the messaging is typically along the lines of check out our new range, check out our new sale, check out our new products. If I click on this little shop now button, that will take me to a link within the website where I can continue my shopping journey. Probably the most popular element is recommended products. So that's the ability to surface actually specific range of products to a particular customer within that little product carousel you can see in the bottom right there. And that's typically, these products are typically based on browsing behavior. They might be based on a user adding a product to their basket, and then we can recommend other products that other customers also bought. So it's a great way to upsell and cross-sell. It could be based on products that the client is particularly pushing at this given time. So there's a variety of different ways in which we can feed products into this carousel, but this is a really popular way of engaging with a customer during their time on site. The third feature is what we call promo codes. That's pretty simple, the ability just to surface a particular promotional code, get 10% off your next order. I can just click on this little button here, and that copies the code directly to my clipboard, and I can just paste that into the checkout box when I check out. And then finally, we have what we call our problem solver. And this is like a mini survey, if you like a one-question survey that can be fired to a user at different points throughout their journey. It could be right at the beginning, asking them what they're on site to do today, or perhaps if they're leaving, we could ask them why they've left without purchasing. And depending on the answer they give, we can surface a particular message to them. So for example, if I said that shipping costs and times are prohibitive, we can remind them that we have free and quick delivery on orders over a certain criteria. If I say perhaps I'm just browsing, we can show them items relevant to their browsing history. So the whole idea of digital assistant is really to engage with the customer during their time on site, engage intelligently with that user, depending on what we know about that customer and really whether they actually need help. So triggers such as exit intent, adding products to a basket, dwell time on site, all of these are triggers that we can use to surface digital assistant to a customer. Also works on mobile. It's fully optimized on mobile, and the rules can be set completely bespokely. So there's a huge amount of rules that we can use to tell us how and when we engage with a customer. It works on a CPA model. We simply join your client's program via your platform. We work on the existing CPA that you have in place, and you can start and stop working with us as easily as you like. Every account is account managed, so has a named account manager. We build all the creative in-house. There's no fixed cost, there's no setup fees. As I say, it's purely on a CPA model. And the CPA model works in such a way that we only get paid if a user actually engages with digital assistant and then goes on to make a purchase within 1 hour. So that's the sort of window that we have for claiming a sale. So the commercial model, I think, is pretty favorable on the client's behalf. And just to share some numbers with you, we generally see across the board an average increase in conversions of about 15 to 20%. So it's really chunky numbers that we can look at increasing your clients' conversion rates by having digital assistant on site. So I would say if you have clients that are in any of the key sectors, again, travel, retail, telecoms, fashion, beauty, I mean, it works across so many sectors. If you have clients that you feel might be interested, just drop me a line and we can try and set something up. We can produce mock-ups very quickly and easily. These are obviously mock-ups that you're seeing here from a particular client. We can produce those very easily for any of the clients that you have. So, as I say, we'll probably have questions at the end, but please feel free to put a note in the chat if you've got any questions. But hopefully that gives a good overview, a good quick overview of digital assistant. Just a key summary of some of the benefits there. Basically, engaging with the customer, providing personalization, and really increasing conversion rates. More sales for the client, more commission through the platform for you guys. So what happens if a user leaves the site without making a purchase, which obviously happens a great deal? In that case, we have the ability to retarget that customer either by email or by dynamic display retargeting. Now, our retargeting solution works in such a way that it's feedless. So it's a feedless system. We don't require any API or product feed. We simply require a piece of JavaScript that goes onto the client site. That also powers digital assistant as well. It's a very light piece of code. It's asynchronous JavaScript, meaning it doesn't slow the page down. It's the last thing to load on the page. And our dynamic retargeting solution works in such a way that we build the creative for you in-house. All creative is built free of charge as part of the campaign. Again, works on exactly the same metrics, works on a CPA model. No setup fees, no fixed costs. We simply work on the existing CPA that you have in place with your client. Dynamic means that if I've viewed 10 products on site, when I leave, I can see exactly those 10 products in the banner when I'm retargeted after leaving the website. When I return to the site, we have quite a unique technology that we call connected experiences. And what this offers is when a user returns to the site, we can then launch Digital Assistant and show all of the previously viewed products on one single web page. So in practice, what that means is if I've been on a site and I've viewed 10 products, I can obviously only return to one specific product page. But when I return to that page, we can also launch Digital Assistant at the same time and say, hey, here's the other 9 products that you also viewed. So the likelihood of me converting is much higher. It's about 4 times higher, generally speaking. So the return on ad spend from clients using this technology, this is a patented technology, by the way. So the return on ad spend is generally about 4x that you would expect from typically normal retargeting. So again, very easy to run, very easy to set up. We build all creatives, fully account managed in-house. We have our own DSP, our own proprietary technology, our own inventory sources. So again, I'm speaking to some of your team already about specific clients, but if you have clients that you feel might be interested, do let me know. Like I say, we build all creatives in-house free of charge. We have our own creative design team, and everything that you've seen so far, so retargeting and Digital Assistant, can generally be up and running on a client site in about 5 to 10 working days. That's typically what we aim for, and we usually get within those 2 figures. Now, finally, email remarketing. So we also have the ability to retarget or remarket to a user based on a user's email address. So how this works is if a user is on a website and they go some way through the checkout process, if they put their email address in, we are able to capture that email address on what we call a keystroke basis. So what that means is as soon as I type my email into the page, into the box, even if I don't submit the form, it's basically like having an eyeball or pair of eyeballs on the page. We can view that email address, we can record that address, and then we can retarget it later. Then I tell the email to say, just left out your purchase. We hope everything please it's you and return your bar and set up pay the user 4 times period once the user converts, or even if they don't after that particular campaign. It's a very effective way of with as I say, we are about in online overall using. So just on that GDPR, just to summarize this much time, the 3 key products we have with during dynamic after the site if they leave without converting, and the ability to surface previously viewed to when they return to the website. Now you go through the don't we have regulations, we work with teams. So, um, any have, we can, uh, how it and getting way forward, putting something and out like my paragraphs might do better your with after the call. If you want me through some any how can you uh, we don't really mind the question about our um you It's not something that takes to get it's from, so it's not time to get going. Of course, it can be twisted and optimized across that journey. That's on
but I think for sure. Doesn't look like we have, I mean, James, once you so much, thank you, and we'll send everybody.